system environment that covers things like your reviews, like your business hours, your telephone number, your actual physical address, so that people can find you. And so making sure that's accurate and making sure that's connecting to mobile search and mobile paid advertising is incredibly helpful for somebody that's trying to get somebody's feet through the door.
It's also, I understand, incredible to go back and check that every once in a while and make sure it stays updated.
Yes, yeah.
Well, and I think people forget, too, that Google My Business is free.
Yeah,
and
absolutely free.
Doesn't cost anything. All you have to, it takes what,
just
5
a few
minutes
yeah.
to input your information, and then Google either electronically sends you a confirmation or they mail it. They used to do a mail postcard, but I thought they were switching that too.
They're switching it over, yeah.
To be more digital. So I think it's important that businesses do that.
Absolutely.
You know, they forget all of the time because they think it takes a lot of time to do that. So do you also, though, write for like newsletters?
I do.
It's kind of a glorified blog, but you know.
I've done a lot of email marketing or email newsletters for nonprofits. In particular, being a veteran, I was very involved with Team Rubicon, which is a nonprofit that does disaster response.
Oh.
And helping them get the word out about what they do and why it benefits their community and why people should help their cause was something that I love doing. It's great to help somebody that's helping others.
Well, now you've got some great blogs yourself that you write for yourself that I've read.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. I
I love your blog posts because they're unique and they're different. So of course they're engaging.
Yeah.
You're interesting. I mean,
I would doubt that. My wife
No.
would tell you otherwise.
No. Well, I find you interesting just because of your background and what you bring to the table. So you have such a great perspective on a lot of different things. And so you're able to pull that, kind of going back to guerrilla marketing. You know, guerrilla marketing is done because it's unique and it catches. And hopefully it turns everybody on fire. I did a class one time on guerrilla marketing. And one of the things that they had done in England, and I do know this is a family show, but it was a nonprofit. And what they did was they built toilets, for these different villages and so on and so forth. Clean water, different things like that for sanitary conditions, obviously. Well, what they found is they couldn't get enough information or they couldn't get money engaged with them. And so what they ended up doing was they came up with this stunt where they had made this electronic turd, I don't know how else to say it, and they chased people around in the park. Yeah. And what happened was, but what happened with that guerrilla, and they videotaped it, and so what happened with that guerrilla marketing piece is that they went from like 100,000 to over 1 million in a year of people engaging because that's guerrilla marketing. It was something unique, rare, it can be funny, but yet bringing the levity of we need to improve sanitary conditions, which fights disease. I mean, it was great. It was wonderful. And I absolutely love the creativity behind it.
A predatory chasing poo. I like
that.
Yeah. Very Black Mirror. It suits the British.
Yeah.
Yes, right?
Yeah. That's why my travel plans have been turned down a little bit there.
Well, and I think that sometimes, there was a study too done. It's called Condoms in the Congo. I loved it.
Family show.
This is family.
I'm glad you brought that up. Go ahead.
Yeah, family planning.
Yes,
specifically.
It's wonderful. So, but the whole thing you're familiar with the study or?
Vaguely, yes. Bottom
line is that they couldn't give away condoms because they came at it from, do you want AIDS? You need to use this, safe measures, blah, blah, blah. Well, of course, when you're in that mode, you're not thinking, what a downer, right? I don't want AIDS. Gee. So I'll reach for a different device here. But, I know. But whenever they switched it and they took the fear out of it, they couldn't keep them. They couldn't keep them in stock. Next thing you know, they were importing cases of condoms because they took the fear piece out and they moved it more for pleasure.
Right.
And so I would imagine that in writing too, understanding the motive behind the writing. This is where I'm tying it all together. You see Bill, he's mortified. I was trying to be, since you kept stressing family show.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is, and the reason why I like that study is because it's really black and white. It's very blunt, very blatant, and it's easy to follow and to understand that fear is not a good motivator, even if you're giving something away. And that when you move things more to hope, something that engages people in a better way, positive way, which of course, that's what you're writing. Your writing is always positive.
I try to be.
Yeah, no, it's always positive. So, and that's what we want, even though sometimes in our industries we have negative things impact us. There's still a positive. So, okay, Todd, if I want to get a hold of you and hire you, website, how do I contact you?
Sure. So my website's todds-written-word.com. It's Todd with 2 Ds. And, you can contact me through there and through email on there. And
all that good stuff, sure. Well, Todd, this is a part of the show which is kind of like going to church with no money for tithing. You know what I mean? Candace has the last word. And it's really...
Bill is attempting to pass the plate here.
It's really a sad part of the show.
Anything out of him, though.
Yeah, it's really a sad part of the show. But go ahead. Tell us what Wild Child's up to this coming events.
Well, first of all, I want to... Todd, thank you so much for being on our show.
Oh, thank you.
I would encourage our listeners to go check out his website, give a phone call, get into a conversation with Todd, and see if he's right for you. And when your projects, remember, content is a forethought, not an afterthought. And I'm sure that Todd is your answer for many projects. Wild Child we've got a workshop coming up on intake excellence, which is sure to be powerful. If you would like to get on our email list, if you'd please just email me at Candace, CANDACE, at wildchild.com. That's WLDCHILDGRP.com. I always forget the group part.
I've noticed that, but that's okay.
It's a habit.
We understand.
Wildchildgroup.com. I would love to get you on our newsletter and send you some information.
Well, that sounds great. We're out of time, Candace. I want to thank you, Todd, for coming in. I want to thank the producer in the bubble room for not speaking. It's been a real treat today. And I want to remind everybody, no matter how bad things get, always keep us smiling.